Welcome back, Disc Golf World. My name is Kevin Jones, and joining me for our part 3 is Luke Humphries. This is part 3 of the final round of the Minnesota Majestic 2020, presented by Prodigy Disc. Luke, are you excited to get this finished?
Man, stoked about it. You are in the lead, looking to go back-to-back in this tournament, which has only been done 2 other times. But there's a tough 9 in front of you with a lot of OB. Here's an island hole right in front of us with a ripping right-to-left headwind. If you're trying to throw a hyzer into this, you've got to start it 40 feet right of the bucket.
It would need to be way to the right.
Yeah.
And then stopping it on this island is just another game in itself.
So, interesting play from you. Playing like a champion.
One of those moments when I just didn't even feel like I had a good chance of putting it on the island.
Yeah.
Didn't really know what to throw.
Yeah.
Just lay up.
This is like normally not even a play to think about a flick on this hole, but with the wind and how good he is at forehanding, Ryan, that is, plus his stable frisbee, I mean, this is crazy to even attempt, much less to work.
No doubt, Luke.
And it totally made me think about that line.
Me as well. I like the idea of that. But he has some serious power to get it that high in the air with the wind that he's dealing with. And here's that right to left wind coming into play, but he caught some tree love that may or may not have helped him big time.
I think it did. It was moving fast. It could have had a skip. I'm throwing that forehand line that I just saw.
Never practiced, right?
No, and only threw this disc on this hole, and just, I felt like I needed to get one. I felt like, this was an opportunity to pick one up on you. You had laid it up, and I needed a few strokes, and it was a moment where I felt like I needed to take a risk.
Yeah, that's the right mindset. The flick he made it look so doable, too.
He did. That was maybe the issue for me.
Ryan made it look really easy.
So here's 44 feet to save my par.
So many chains right there, Luke, and that was to stay perfect from the drop zone in putting.
Yeah, and that was in the back of my mind, but at the end of the day, the stroke was all I cared about.
Which it was a fantastic stroke and looked money the whole way with the wind that you were handling. It's incredible.
Yeah.
So we see 2 birdies here. That's going to be Ben Kroll and Ryan. Myself laying up, taking easy par, and you, Luke, are going to be taking a bogey after trying to make the island.
Yeah. I understood the risk as I played the shot and didn't pull it off like I would have liked. But Ryan pulled it off great. Man, what a sick 2 to get with a forehand on the island hole. Just fantastic stuff from him.
That is good stuff. And now the next hole, we're actually facing the same direction. We kind of walk backwards a little bit to our elevated tee pad. This is a really enjoyable hole. It looks really pleasant to the eye. You can do pretty much whatever you'd like to do because there's so much space, but most people are opting for a big backhand hyzer.
Yep. You'll see a lot of that. The lefty play would be good on a day like this with the wind that we have. And you see Ryan opting for the forehand.
Sidearm is a great play with our right to left wind right now. It's just going to hold the disc straight for as long as possible.
Smash. That disc has to be so stable.
It is. That's actually a boss, I think, and a really nice feeling boss. Big forehand there. No flex whatsoever. Straight force.
Yeah, 430 feet of flat to hyzer. Just something most guys can only dream about. Ben lining up the backhand. Yeah, this is good. Getting it flat.
Just needs to fly. Not bad. Distance isn't ideal, but he's outside the circle, within circle 2.
Yeah, and we were standing on the tee before you threw this, and you noticed that you were missing a frisbee.
Yeah, the disc I would have thrown here, my purple D2, I'd pulled a move that a lot of us have done. I left it in the practice field. So opting for a very similar disc, though, not too much to change. I went forehand because of the favorable wind for a forehand line, and I'm pretty happy with that shot. It was really low, kept it out of the wind for the most part and inside the circle, I believe, for a putt.
Yeah, you got all the way to pin high with that forehand. Really nice.
What are you throwing here?
This is a D2, kind of an older run that I got from Charlie. I think it was previously owned by Will Schustrick and Seppo Paiu. So this disc has been around.
In good hands, and that was a pretty solid shot right there. Circle's edge, just outside?
Yeah, just outside. I was a little short, a little low out of the hand, really.
Whoa!
Sick putt from Ben. And he knew it.
Roll it back.
Walking that thing in. Jogging it off.
That was a really nice putt from Ben.
Yeah, cool to see him do that. Especially on this hole. All the fans were there to watch it, too, so... Lots of love coming his way from Minnesota. Ryan taking his time. That would have been a full downwind putt, and the wind just got the best of him there.
Sure did. You were dealing with straight tailwind as well.
Yep, exact same wind. Very similar position. I was only a foot or two inside of him.
Can you bounce back from the bogey right here?
No. I knew it out of the hand, just low.
Yep.
Doing a little course maintenance there.
I guess so. Moving it
out of
the wrong way.
Yeah. Well, there's nobody behind us, so.
Oh, true that.
That's not getting in anybody's way. And you're setting up what looks to be another spin putt for like a full headwind putt here, right?
Going spin putt because that tall grass is going to mess with my stroke if I try to straddle putt. So
interesting.
That's the main reason, but also because of this weird wind, I'd rather just not mess with it as much as possible.
Yeah, you can see those bushes in the background blowing all different ways.
This would be a nice putt for me.
Great putt from you. I mean, when you're draining that putt in an alternate putting form, it's just going to be hard to catch you, man.
Man, those ones feel really nice. Big time extra ones. And facing that putt as well, that was a moment where I felt like, let's take control of this tournament and let's make something happen right there. And I did. Felt good.
Yeah, that's exactly what you did. Sweet little slow-mo of Ben ripping on it, getting his two as well. Nice putt from him.
And at this point in the round, we can't see right here, but Nico Castro on chase card is only 4 strokes back. And at Blue Ribbon Pines, that is in it. That's going to bring us to hole 21, which personally, having the lead myself, I'm feeling like this is a really crucial time to lace a tee shot and try to bring off all stress as possible on this shot. So it'd be nice to put it down the fairway.
Yeah, barring you needing to throw at the island green on 27, this was probably the toughest tee shot that you're left with.
Have height. Yes.
What a shot.
Hitting the gap and clearing the creek.
Yeah, I couldn't even see where that ended up. But once it got out in the open, it got a little wind lift and just everything it needed. That was great.
Yeah, the wind is out there ripping from left to right, even a slight head.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my goodness.
That's amazing, man.
Oh, that's crazy.
That just doesn't happen very often. I missed the gap entirely, and the best case scenario happened. I cleared the creek, and now I'm like 100-something feet to the right of the basket.
Yeah, no harm done.
Not at all.
Ryan, just a slight turn, and oh my goodness. When it went left of the tree, it looked like it had plenty of height to then get over the creek. We kind of looked for it, didn't see it come back. And it's crazy to see what happened to it there.
Yeah, I was wrong. I thought that the disc would have risen up in the air with the wind, but instead it got destroyed and pushed straight down, unfortunately, into the OB.
And I, kind of hard to see, man, thought I threw the exact line I wanted barely caught the last tree to beat, and it kicked me straight into the water.
It looked so good, too, for...
In a bad spot, too.
Oh, this is not good. Why didn't you take relief backwards here?
I probably should have. In the moment, I was pretty upset about what had happened. I felt like I might have thrown the best tee shot of the group and got penalized maybe the hardest. So I was,
I think that's fair calculation from it, man.
Yeah, I just wasn't thinking clearly enough to take myself back, but probably would have been a par or a bogey anyways.
Yep. So here's my tee shot. Probably the best break of the round so far, too.
Yeah, I mean, when you're playing well, you end up getting better kicks. That's something everybody knows.
Man, and Ben has been all over it from distance, around 45 feet. He's been just all over the basket. Good, calm, and collected putt from yourself, soft into the basket for bogey, unfortunately.
Yeah, at that point, I kind of felt things slipping away. I could probably birdie out, force you to maybe make a mistake if I had put some pressure on you, but after that bogey, I felt like I was kind of too far away at this point. I did check U-Disc, though, after this and find out that Nico was indeed flying up the leaderboard, as was Kale and James Conrad. Everybody was making a leg push. Things are starting to feel a little anxious. There's USDGC bids up for grabs, so top 5 players getting those. That was definitely in the back of my mind as well. To one of my favorite holes on the course. Just a great golf hole in general. 342 feet, must clear the water. If you don't, you're going to the drop zone, and it's just a great hole.
Yeah, this hole is featured in Disc Golf Wonderland. It's such a pretty hole with a green pond right in front of the basket, and also the level of shot that it takes is up there. It's very high tour level disc golf shot, whether you're throwing sidearm or backhand, doesn't matter. That needs to go. Okay. So
yeah.
Not really in birdie position, but par.
Yeah. There's some putts to be had from the trees long left. He might be a little bit low ceilinged out, but he should have something from there. Otherwise, a 3 is not that bad of a score on this hole. Hole 22 does come in 0.15 over par. And oh my goodness. That was a little inside from you, but you toasted it, so it was no worries. You'll be left similar position to where you were round 1, right about circle's edge.
Yeah, I like throwing that cat D1 there because as long as I commit to the shot, I've got the good distance on it. Wow. Nice touch right there from Ryan.
Great shot. Firebird. 342, just a chip hyzer for him. He makes forehands look simple. I'm feeling like I've got to manipulate this disc even more than I have in past holes.
Give it an extra pop on it is what you're needing?
Yeah.
Yep, I see it.
And it just never had a chance. I think the lake was in the back of my mind a bit. Just didn't want to miss right. That was the main goal.
Yeah, I'm with you there.
Yeah, just a jump putt to get my 3 and live to fight another hole.
Nice attempt, though, at your possible birdie bomb.
All right, so that is a tricky look for Ben, but he plays it well. Gets himself out of there.
Similar spot as the day before for me right here. About the circle's edge.
Man. To be up by as many as you are and still just heavy on the gas, it's impressive, Kev. A lot of people don't have that drive. By now, you're playing yourself. You're playing the course. You've got the competitors beat, and you're still going at it.
It's a good feeling.
It's true champion stuff. Awkward little footing for Ryan.
Yeah, those rocks, they get tricky, huh?
Yeah.
What a drive, though.
Fantastic. And for a big guy, he's got so much athleticism, good footwork. Great play from him. Ben and I tapping in our pars, losing a stroke to both you and Ryan. And at this point, with you distancing yourself from us, it's basically become a three-way battle between Ben, Ryan, and I to see who's going to take third place or even second place. We know Nico has passed us at this point, and is right in between you and us. So we're fighting each other, trying to get that USDGC spot, trying to grab some third place, possibly even second place. So
yeah, is Nico catchable at this point, you think?
Yeah, he hasn't finished yet, so he's still got, I think, 26 and 27 to play at this point. So we don't know exactly what he's going to be at. We just know that there are birdies to be picked up, and most likely he's grabbing them. He's playing great today. I'd seen just a few putts and few clips of his shots, and the focus that he was bringing on this day, I could tell that he was shooting fire. A2 out of you.
If you weren't here for round one coverage, this hole is a nice and technical hole. It's really important to push something with a lot of finish as straight as possible until you wrap that last tree and then you start flaring to the left. I did it with an A2 right there really effectively, and that's early. But they can still get lucky, and it does. It's got sneaky.
Oh, yeah, totally does. It's hard to tell exactly where that ended up from the tee. We didn't hear anything, though, so we're kind of assuming that he did get lucky and got himself up there for a birdie putt.
Any idea what he's reaching for here?
I think this is an A2 out of him as well.
A2 is a really nice disc for the shot. That also was a little inside and didn't get the kind of luck that Ryan got, unfortunately.
I am also reaching for an A2. This is a 750. This is a super stable disc. I need to turn this one over. Even more than that.
Yep. Catch those guardian trees when it leaks inside just a little early. And what is this, 60 feet?
Yeah, maybe 70, possibly 80.
Yep, a little further, huh? Forehand upshot might be running it. Oh.
Dude, I thought that one was going in.
Luke, I think it was actually, man.
That tree was in the way. I knew I had to miss it somehow. But, damage was done off the tee at the end of the day, so
sure.
I'm taking a par. Looked like maybe a half bid from Ben.
It's pretty aggressive.
Yeah, it goes a bit long. He'll be left with 24 feet for his comebacker. And this would be big for Ryan. He'd move one stroke ahead of, both Ben and I, and he does it. Converts, puts himself into solo third place at the moment. Nice, man. Just keeping the pedal all the way down. Cool to see. I mean, it's self-determination at this point. I don't know how good your lefty is, but I think you could left-hand finish this tournament out. Oh, no, Ben.
Not a good miss from Ben there.
Nah, I don't know if he's missed one inside the circle yet today. It's just not a good time to...
Other than on hole 2, no, I don't think he has.
Okay.
Hole 2 would be the only one.
Oh, they had the shorty. Yeah, yeah.
He's been putting really nicely.
Yeah.
Really smooth putt.
Over 20 holes without a Man, at the end of the day, he's thinking about the USDGC thing as well. And that's a big deal to us. We've got a shortened year. There's going to be even less opportunities to qualify. So for a guy like Ben, who's going to stay in Minnesota for the large portion of the year, this may be one of his biggest opportunities to get in there.
That's a great point, and that's actually going to add to the excitement in these last few holes of seeing who gets the USDGC spots. Really cool feature on UDisc is that we get to see visually what the USDGC spots look like.
Yeah, new update from them has a USDGC tracker in it, letting you know what you need to do and if you're in there. Cat D1 out of you.
Cat D1 way undercommitted, and
We've got massive left to right winds. Anything hyzered is just getting hammered down. That might be why we're seeing Ryan go with a forehand. He's also very fluent with a forehand, so that could be it as well.
I like the forehand play on this hole.
He just got a little more turn than he would have liked, but it was almost exactly pin high.
He will have straight tailwind from there as well, so not a bad location to putt from.
I'm thinking just like throw this super hyzer.
Gray 400G D1.
Yeah.
Been
and
ripping it all day.
the wind just destroys it.
Yeah.
I think I could have stabled up a bit more, but that was just a bad line.
No, stabling up wouldn't have been the answer to that one.
Yeah. I mean, that's probably right, actually, with the physics involved.
You would have wanted to get to the ground a little faster. It would have been harder to reach the hole.
So just more hyzer and a more direct line.
Yep. Yeah, I do like the disc choice for it.
Ben falling in a similar spot to me, just being straightened out by that crosswind.
Nobody really close on this one.
No, and it's a wide open hole that we should take advantage of. Pretty good bid from you. I mean, that was like exactly pin high.
Yeah, I'll take it.
I banged one from right here first round. I'm thinking could happen again, and it just stays high this time.
Nice. A good run, though.
You know,
Aggressive effort.
and Ben needs this. Crazy reaction by the wind. You can tell that's just something you can't plan for.
No, but he gave a great effort by letting it at least rise over the basket. He's committed.
Yeah, and there's that downwind bid on the opposite side of the basket. It's almost impossible to keep it basket high from 40 feet.
Okay, Ben, from further than he would like to be, but
Yes, and he just missed this length putt on the hole before. Less wind. Great putt from him.
it's good stuff.
In the moment. A lot of fans watching. Feeling the weight. You know, I don't know that Ben's played in the USDGC before. That's got to be weighing in his mind. All right, 3 to play.
3 more holes and we're heading back to the shack area. This is where a bunch of fans are going to be accumulating and drinking and eating the nice food that they've got there. It's a really good time.
Yeah.
Huge thanks to BRP for getting this done for us.
Yeah, huge thanks to Ray Jordan and his crew, Angie and the pro shop, just making everybody feel welcome. Special place here that we have the opportunity to play.
Yep. Hole 25 is a par 3. It's one of your straight putter shots. This one is, it seems nice to have something with a bit of finish on it because we're trying to hug the right side of the fairway, finish late to the left. I'm going with that purple PA3. I like it though.
Yeah, you're right outside Circle's Edge there, looking up the hill. Good spot to be.
Yeah, if it misses those last trees, then we're really close to the pin.
Yep. Oh, fantastic kick for Ryan. I mean, he hit trees about 50 feet off the box, and he's about 40 feet from the bucket.
Yeah, that was a great reaction off the tree, giving him a birdie putt. What do you got here? A2, Luke?
Yes, and I birdied it every time I've played it until this point.
So you really using that left fade at the end. What do you need there? More anizer?
Yep. Just needed more angle out of the hands. Just didn't commit to it.
I like it though. Are you doing that because you think it opens up the gap?
I do, yeah.
Makes sense.
And I like playing above that branch there that falls down. It just feels like if I throw something high and turning over that I'm not messing with it as much.
Sure, it can come into play easily.
Ben filters pretty far down the fairway. Almost pin high down the fairway. This is a really obstructed putt that I've given myself. I'm knowing how important it is though, so I'm giving it some time.
Oh my gosh, it is an important putt, man.
Yeah.
You're wanting that one bad.
Yeah, about 50 foot, and I thought I made it for a second. And Kev just can't stop. Good grief, bro.
Thank you.
Running them in, man. Can't get sick of seeing it. What have we seen? 6 circle 2 putts from you so far this round, and every single one of them's been awesome. Ryan just a touch low.
I've never seen this angle really. People don't usually end up over on the right side basket high, I feel like.
Yeah, it's hard to get there. But he's got a window. Oh my goodness.
The amount of times he's been inches from a make is countless, it seems like.
Yeah, Ben, Ryan, and I, all 3 inches low on those bids. Really close to being an all-star. Instead, Kev picks up yet another one on us.
I'm Richie Ortiz, and I'm here to tell you about my new channel, Disc Golf Bro Tour. I've got a lot of fun and exciting content coming up, and your support would be greatly appreciated. Links are down below in the description, so head on over to the Disc Golf Bro Tour to see what it's all about. I think you're going to like it.
And there are 2 holes remaining in this tournament. Lots of things to be decided yet, though. At this point, Nico is in the clubhouse at, I believe, 17 under par, which is basically unreachable for Ryan, Ben, and I. So it looks like you up top, Nico second, but there's a battle for third, and there are USDGC spots available. So 2 crazy holes to come, 1 easy, 1 playing the hardest on the course.
What's the handicap on this hole, Luke?
This is the 23rd hardest hole on the course, so 4th easiest. This is the birdie that you want to get to pad yourself for the next hole.
Yeah, one of the easiest holes on the course, according to stats. Very short drive.
Yep, total placement shot, you're going A2, and that's prime.
Yeah, that's perfect landing area.
This is an anvil out of Ryan.
Overstable mid-range, is that right?
Yep.
Haven't thrown one, but they seem to fly really good. I like their overstable flight path.
Yeah, he was throwing it well all day, forehand and backhand. I'm going A2, same as you.
Key on this hole is to not get aggressive. If you start going low like you just did there,
yeah,
or try to take off more distance, it just ends up biting you.
Yeah, you bring that far wall into play, which I will have to deal with now. You can see my disc skip into the rough there.
Mm-hmm.
And Ben showing you how it's done. High, inside, never messed with any trees, and he'll have nothing in his way.
Center cut fairway is very nice. This is a common result right here. Ryan with some trees in his follow through. This isn't going to be easy at all.
No, triple tiered green. You know, it's going to be 10 feet above him if he doesn't land on at least a portion of it.
Whoa.
And you can see that wind just immediately ravage the disc, but it kicks out. Great kick, giving him probably right about a 45 footer.
Yeah, favorable kick, but I think the tree in his follow through was the hardest part of that throw.
Yeah, so I just watched the wind ravage his disc, and I'm wondering if I should throw a mid-range here instead of a putter just to make sure that I can keep a straight flight. But opt for the putter, go with a base grip P Model S.
I like the putter play. It's not that far. Oh, yes. You were calling it for it to sit right there.
Yeah, you could see it take a weird skip off that rock, but it did sit second level, and I'm pretty stoked about that.
Second level is great. That's very close to gimme range. But not quite.
Sick shot from Ben.
That is a gimme range. Landing it on top of this tier is very difficult.
Yeah, especially in this wind. I mean, ideal from him. Great shot from you as well. Your second story, I believe, same as me. And this is a big putt here for Ryan. Uphill, swirling winds.
No way.
Nothing but net. One of the cleanest putts I saw all day.
Easily.
And, I mean, when he needed it, too. I can't emphasize that enough. This guy's fighting for a USDGC bid, and he just puts it on the pole from 45. Like, there's no wind and no elevation and no cameras and no spectators.
Dangerous putt, and the cleanest one of the day, just like you said. Nice to see from him. Any thoughts going through your head right here? Is this a 100%er?
Dude, bang it. Don't even think about it. Just bang it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good putt and good birdie.
Yeah, I'll take it after that little patent pending approach. And if you convert here, that's a star frame on a very star frameable hole. We played it as we should. 26 coming in, a quarter of a stroke under par. 39 players in the field getting the birdie, and like I said, fourth easiest hole on the course. So we did what we needed to going into the hard 27th. Yeah. After a few bad kicks, it was nice for that roll to stop on the green.
Yeah, I hear that.
Secure a birdie putt for me.
So that's going to give us some action on the last hole. Ryan at 15, you at 14, and Ben at 13. And this is a two-stroke swing hole. This is big time. You guys are right in that USDGC spot cash line.
Yeah, this is the definition of a two-stroke swing hole right here. Any shot that doesn't land in that short grass you can see is going to a drop zone short of the green, 35 feet. And man, the right to left headwind is no joke.
Yeah, it's serious right now.
And you played this layup perfect. I thought you threw it OB for a second.
I felt really good about the speed on it.
But it was perfect. And essentially now you've secured yourself as a back-to-back Majestic champion.
Yeah, that's right, man.
How'd that feel?
Amazing.
Yeah.
It feels super good. It was like a big-time goal of mine to do that.
Ryan going huge spike hyzer, and that right to left wind, never letting it come back, even with all that angle he had on it. So now I talked to Dan Reynoso on the tee box after watching Ryan go OB, wondering what my play was, and eventually...
Stop. Get down.
This was the play, though, and ultimately, that's a big-time shot. That shot pretty much secured you a third-place finish is the reason for that shot.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like it was time to pull something out of the bag.
You would have actually, I think, been good regardless with the USDGC spot.
If I had missed the green and missed my putt, I would have gone into a three-way playoff for one spot with Ben Kroll and Jake Lauber.
Okay. I thought that you still have a stroke on them.
Yeah.
So that's actually...
That's what Dan told me.
Okay, that's for real.
Huge putt right there from Ryan. Monster putt. Totally securing him a spot in this year's USDGC. Just incredible effort from this guy. Huge putts down the stretch.
And yeah, huge putts down the stretch, yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Nice solid hit and good catch.
So after watching him do that, I knew I had to hit mine to tie Ryan for third place.
You're not parked by any means. But first is Ben Kroll from the drop zone for 3.
Yeah, this would automatically secure him a USDGC bid right here.
Oh, it got that rose again. Not leaving him short.
No.
Well, he's hit cage a few times today, so maybe that's the reason for that. But those putts, when it's really on the line, he's not leaving short.
Yeah. 100 people watching, bunch of cameras. You know, that was a pressure putt.
Yeah, by no means are you parked here. This is 20 feet at least. And in the dead center, man. That's a good tournament for you. 3rd place locked up.
Yeah, I'm definitely pleased with my finish. It was fun to battle with you for that short period of time. I learned a ton from just watching the way that you stayed on it, just didn't let up. Really cool to watch. I mean, you're a champion through and through. You've backed it up now.
Thanks a lot, man. This one felt really good, as I've said. Came in with a plan, attacked the course really well, made the pressure shots when I needed to. It worked out really well.
Yeah. You executed your game plan perfectly. And you're getting a hockey jersey as well as your name on that trophy. Back-to-back years. Joining Ron Russell and Alex Geisinger as the only people that have won it back-to-back years. I mean, Ken Climo has won this. Barry Schultz has won this. The greats have won this tournament, and you're adding your name to it back-to-back times.
Man, it feels awesome. Thank you, Luke. I appreciate it, man.
Come at my boy Kev. He is on fire this year. I'm not kidding.
It's a good start. Good start to post-COVID stuff.
Thank you guys for joining us for this 2020 Majestic, brought to you by Prodigy Disc Golf, Blue Ribbon Pines, and Gotta Go, Gotta Throw. It's been awesome having you guys along with us. Any last words, Kev?
Yeah, we got to give a quick shout out to Katrina Allen for holding off Holly Finley by 2 strokes, bringing home the win for Prodigy as well.
Yeah, way to be, Kat. That's her 3rd Majestic win.
3rd Majestic win. Yeah, awesome stuff from Katrina, and Prodigy as a whole this weekend did really well.
Yeah, off to a great start so far this season. Once again, thanks for joining us here on Par Save Productions. We'll see you again next time.